Well, my name is LB, short for LeBron, L-A, capital B-R-O-N-T. That's where the LB comes from.
Grind. It doesn't matter what's said. Gotta keep moving forward in order to get ahead. The grind.
I am an artist, natural artist since birth, and I'm a tattoo artist by trade. And I now work in Harlem at Ink 124, a new shop in Harlem. It's basically just like being creative, you know, like the whole organic flow of creativity, you know, it has no limits, you know, although it could be subjective, you know, depending on the viewer, but art is just like freedom to me, you know, you're allowed to do whatever you feel like doing. Well, to be honest with you, what attracted me to art, the whole expression of art, were the household I grew up in. My mother and my uncle are artists, you know, and I remember from a little child, my uncle, to be specific, would take me to these art museums in New York City, and you know, we would sit there and we would sketch and we would study the different artists like Henry Matisse, and you know, I would be fascinated about at the time, you know, graffiti artists, Keith Haring, and I mean, it goes on and on. The Basquiat's, you know, right now they're becoming more trendy and famous, but as a child I would study and learn about these great artists, and you know, that's where the fascination came from. To be honest with you, I feel art, depending on my mood as an artist, sometimes the art expresses itself through whatever mood I'm experiencing at the time, and sometimes I express myself through art depending on my mood at the time, you know. So it's one of those things, you know, it all depends, you know, on the day, it all depends on the time, it all depends on the season, and it all depends on the medium of art, because I also do photography, and sometimes I see something from a different perspective than someone else may see, or I'm shooting something to evoke something in the viewer, you know. I might paint something how I feel, whether you like it or not, you know, that's how I feel at the present time. Well, to be honest, these are the things I saw, you know, so it's like any child, you know, you become like that sponge, and I saw these things, I grew up around these things, I was surrounded by these things, so it was like, wow, what is that? Oh, that's a camera. Oh, what does that camera do? Oh, wow, that takes pictures? Oh, I need one of those, you know. So I wasn't the kid that was interested in the G.I. Joes and the He-Mans, and you know, I wanted the art supply, I wanted that camera, I wanted, you know, different things that I can use to express myself in this world of art. So moving along, fast forwarding in time, tattoo was something, to be honest, I really didn't want to do, because I said, wow, that's something permanent. You know, you're tattooing someone, and it's their skin is now becoming your canvas, so it's not, if you mess up, okay, I can paint over it. I can throw this skin away and get a new skin to work on. So it was one of those, let me be certain if this is what I truly want to do. So with encouragement from other fellow artists, they said, listen, you can do it. I know you can do it, you know. And at the same time, we've all heard that saying, no one wants to be a starving artist, you know. So yes, paintings, we look at paintings and say, ooh, wow, that's nice, but nobody's buying the painting, you know. So it's like a way to make money doing tattoos, and also a way to at least put your artwork out there, you know, in that form. As a fellow legend would say, graffiti never dies. And to me, the whole news about 5 Points is, it's like, wow, you know, it's like, it's terrible, you know, because here it is, you have art. I feel New York City, to be specific, like that's the essence, you know. So it's like you're removing the essence, you know, especially graffiti art. When you deal with graffiti, and again, it's subjective, because some people say, and they think, wow, that's not art, that's vandalism, you know. And vandalism, yes, if you just mark on a car, cool, but we're dealing with a space that's remotely for that, you know, to express yourself, different artists, to throw up a tag, throw up a nice wild style mural, whatever it may be, a portrait of, you know, a late MC, a musician, what have you. So the 5 Points thing is like, what's really going on, you know, especially in New York. It's like, you take this away, now what? Now, what do we or any artists are supposed to do? You know, because we can't just vandalize any public building or abandoned building for that matter. So, you know, the whole 5 Points closing is definitely terrible news, you know. And it's like art, I feel it's not being respected, you know, especially the artist that's doing the art is definitely not being respected or acknowledged, you know, in my opinion. Well, the future holds for me great things, you know, how I see it. I'm very optimistic, and I think 2014 and beyond, I would continue to propel in this medium of art, the tattoo world. You know, right now, I'm just striving to make my mark on this culture by doing quality tattoos, by being professional as I possibly can be, you know, as far as from my whole setup, cleanliness, sanitary, to just giving a clean tattoo that's not trendy, that's not, you know, that can stand the test of time. So my future is very bright, you know, especially if I tattoo a celebrity, and then it's off.
Absolutely. And ultimately, how would you like to leave your mark on this earth?
Well, I would love to leave my mark definitely through art. You know, definitely. You know, like I said, I dibble and dabble in different mediums of art, as far as paintings, photography, tattoo, and I just want to be known as, okay, this is this humble person, and his art is amazing. His art inspired someone. His art changed someone. His art helped someone. You know, whatever situation it may have been, it's just like, wow, you know, this art is amazing. Whether it's a tattoo, someone can look at a tattoo. It might be a simple quote, you know, it might be a picture, an image of something. It's like, wow, you know, the art is amazing. you know?
Grind. It doesn't matter what's said. Gotta keep moving forward in order to get ahead. The grind. It isn't worth it without a fight. To get what others don't, gotta do what many don't like. Come on, the grind. It doesn't matter what's said. Gotta keep moving forward in order to get ahead. The grind. It isn't worth it without a fight. To get what others don't, gotta do what many don't like.
Why Blue Matters. What?